Hello all, welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic 2 with the F-Heroes 2 engine. My name is John at ABCrazy9, and this is Roland's campaign. We're going into Scenario 4, which is Karator Mines. There it goes. I think I said Karator Mountains last time. Right. We spent 108 days as we were taking our time enjoying it. We will face 4 allied enemies in a straightforward fight for resources and treasure. Capture all the enemy castles for victory, and we're going to be sorceress because we've got dwarves now with the Dwarven Alliance. That anything we find on the battlefield, any dwarf or battle dwarf or regular dwarf, we get them. So we might as well have the sorceress to help upgrade those dwarves in case they're the lower kind, especially because they're very slow. We don't want to have a whole bunch of those, but we could end up having a really strong army to start, given the right kind of what do you call it? RNG, that creation of the creatures on the map. So I said this at the end of the last one. Don't know if this is a small, medium, or large map. I would guess large, just based on having 4 allied enemies.
Oh, and real quick, if you could subscribe, like this video, and do a quick share. We want to get this video out there so that people can see this game and really get to enjoy it. So if you could do that, great.
We're going to see how this goes. Again, we're going to do sorceress, and here we go. This area is rich in resources. Explore, but beware. A castle left undefended will quickly fall. Okay. As we hit the button that says okay. Alright, a few things to note. We have a large to extra large map. Look at that mini map. You can tell from just the small little section we have that we can see. This is going to be a big old map. So, a few things jump out to me. Obviously, we're playing on the regular difficulty, so we have 7,500 gold. But we also have all this gold, so it's almost like the map themselves are telling you, buy extra heroes, especially early. It's a good recommendation across any map. I've been doing it for all these other scenarios, but you want to get at least 1. Here we might get 2. We might even get 3, to where we have 4 overall heroes. Now this will allow for us to go northeast, southeast, north, and south, right? It allows us to go in kind of the 4 directions, since we are kind of in the middle of this map here. Not in the middle of the map, but the middle of this side of the map, along the edge. So we're going to want to go in the direction of any dwarves. We have the Dwarven Alliance. We can get battle dwarves or regular dwarves immediately into our ranks, and it'll help us with just either overwhelming forces, so any creature we won't want to battle for the experience, they'll run. And for the ones that we can and know we can beat easily without a lot of losses, yeah, we'll fight them, of course. Now, we'll go to the observation tower to do that, but in getting these heroes, this may be the first time I've really set it out there. Now, obviously, you play the way you're going to play. You don't even have to get scout heroes if you don't want. I think when I played when I was younger, I never did. I thought 1 hero is all you need. You superpower it and you keep on going. May have also been the reason why I've never really finished the campaigns. But I'm going to set, we got Troyan. Move Troyan here on our way to the tower. Hopefully we got a barbarian, because that's been my favorite thing. And oh, we've actually got a double sorceress. Interesting. Okay, so if we want to do just 3 heroes, which we'll at least do 3, we can purchase either of these 2, and I'll just go with whichever one has the most creatures. 15-2 and 16. Well, that's Natasha. So I'm gonna get Natasha, and if there's a barbarian underneath, another sorceress. Wow, that's so rare. You just get nothing but sorceresses. Do I want 4? I could grab these and then move north, and then I could get up to 4. I guess we could do up to 4. And honestly, I have nothing but sorceresses is not a bad move. Oh no! Okay, we'll go up this way in a minute. Didn't drop off any of the slow creatures. Okay, 11-3. And what was it again? 13? 16. Ooh, 16. I mean, 16 is more than 14. Do we want 3 more dwarfs? I don't think the extra doors matter, so we'll stick with what we said before. We'll just say the more creatures. All right, we're going to bring Ariel on. Will we get a barbarian? We did. Wow, Atlas. Okay. Well, it was risky, but again, we have the supplies to do it. So Ariel, actually go ahead and leave your creatures here. And you know what? Let's have Ariel be the one. Oh, remember we can just hit the arrow. Although we want to be left with just a sprite. So like that. So Troyan will head to the tower. And we'll have Ariel grab from Natasha. Okay. I'll leave Ariel here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and save here. And, yep, July 4th. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Taking a break between some family times. A little short on fun, so we don't have a pool, so it's not like we have a big to do for 4th of July. Anyway, but it's 4th of July. Nearly a month since I played last time. And we're going to do, I think we're just going to save over Roland 1. Put us here. Okay. So we're in a good place. We'll be able to get Atlas. Wonderful. We're not going to hold on to the orcs. We'll let them defend. And we probably should get... We got to get the well. But I guess at that we should just get the statue. We need a little bit more gold. Well, we're definitely going to get more gold. Okay, Ariel, you give these creatures... I think maybe Atlas. I think maybe Atlas leaves the dwarves. So unless we have battle dwarves, we'll stay at the average speed. Right. Probably a better way to go. Everybody else has just one. And then this is a slightly larger army. Okay. So let's go from here. We'll have Ariel get all the gold, which will allow us to get the statue. What the sign says. A gift of gold, my lord, from the people of Enroth to the people of Enroth. Good luck, and may God save true King Roland. From the people to the people. I like that. Cool. Especially on the 4th of July. If you're not American, by the way. It's Independence Day in America. So that's what today is. Let's take a little break, play some heroes. Would Atlas get that straight ahead? Let's just stick with the gold. Okay, Natasha head up to get the wood. Atlas, maybe there first. Let's have Troyan get the observation tower. We can see distant lands. Okay, I see some doors above me. Here. And here. Okay, so they'll block us as long as we don't take them away. Also, we've got the mercenary camp for more attack. Okay, another sorceress. Right? Yeah, that's a sorceress town. What we got here? Okay, 1, 2, 3 more stacks of doors. Some goblins we could get too. Definitely going south with Atlas. So probably... Okay. Some of the steps we can take here. So we'll have Ariel. What all can Troyan get this way? Because we can see how far up we can go this way if there's any more dwarves. Natasha will let her go straight, see what this is, in case it's maybe wisdom for Atlas. Or logistics, like 100% want to see if it's logistics. Okay. Troyan, you're going this way. Should you get the gold first? Maybe.
Well, we have to go all of one step with Troyan. And we're going to have Atlas go through that gold to get down to the dwarves anyway. If the audio sounds any different, that is absolutely true, because I'm having to record this after playing. Which is probably the way to go, but it just takes double the time for me to make a video, because I'm now on the editing side and having to essentially rewatch everything I've played, and it's a lot. So, anyhow, so we picked up the treasure box, and it didn't have enough experience to even get one level. I still took the experience, I think, or did I get the gold? It didn't really matter one way or the other. It's so small. Picked up some of the gold in Atlas when we got to the next day. I'm going to make some decisions here. Troy, I'll go ahead and pick up some of the gold, and I'm actually going to have Troy pick up this and get out of the way for Atlas to make a straight line towards these dwarves. But those are very slow dwarves. So I'm like, well, it's like we'll get these two. Yep, the Alliance allows them to join automatically. Fantastic. Atlas. It's like, well, we need to get to the dwarves. Do we waste the steps to get to do the mine? Oh wait, maybe we go down and get the goblin's hut. Then yeah, we can get over here and then go up, meet Troyan. Troyan can be the one to get the dwarves. Okay, let's do that. So we're gonna go down actually with Atlas and get the goblin huts. And of course Ariel is gonna be coming around this way, picking up the gold, the crystals, and then even this crystal mine. Got Natasha here. Would love that gold mine, but the Grand Elves would beat me up pretty good. Sprites that we can pick up as well. Overall, just to see what we can do with this. Alright, so as we pick up the wood, we'll get the sawmill. We'll go ahead and decide if should we get the dwarves now, because we have enough steps to get them, or do we go straight towards the witch's hut? See, if we get the dwarves now, you remember, that means that the next day will already be set at movement speed of very slow. I'll say, okay, let's go ahead and move past the dwarves for the moment, because that'll make it, yeah, very slow. So wait for the next day there. Inside the castle, yeah, we have another barbarian we could have gotten. Probably going to be okay. I think, again, the initial step of getting the heroes all up on the first day was probably the way to go on this map, if you're doing the normal difficulty and you have all the gold that you get at the beginning. We're going to get the well here, as we will need it to then increase or get the upgrade for the dwarf establishment. The dwarven hut. And then we're going to have Troyan go this way to get these battle dwarves and regular dwarves. Hopefully the first heroes to get the goblin huts, and we are. 3 in a row here. They are greater glory to join us freely, so they do. Hopefully we can get through, straight through here. We could get through that way. That's great. And we could have gone this way, but I'm so curious as to see what is that way, but we'll see that shortly enough. So yeah, we're gonna instead go this way. See air elementals there blocking a path. I am worried about where the nearest enemies are at this point. To get to the sprites, we're going to have to go this long way, so we're going to go to the windmill first. All right, get some mercury. A lot of mercury. We're seeing definitely pointing us in the direction of getting some phoenix by within the next couple weeks. And Natasha here, and we have, okay, diplomacy. Okay, interesting. A question of if we want diplomacy with our main hero or not will be certainly in place. It's a powerhouse of a secondary skill if you have the money for it. However, if you don't have a strong enough army, it can also be can have a bit of a downside, which we might just see here in a bit. So the question is, do we get these battle dwarves? Do we head up? Do we get the battle dwarves and head back down? It's just kind of a protection from the enemies to the north, if you know, but it's also maybe not much protection. So maybe we get them and then head back down. Either way, we go ahead and upgrade the cottage so we can upgrade our dwarves to battle dwarves, and that can move us into our next bit. We have Mage Guild, maybe. Yeah, okay. And that gives us all, so we're on to our new day. It's a new day, yes it is. Get all the dwarves here. Troyan's going to leave the treasure chest for Atlas. Artifact pickups are often a bit scary because they could be protected by an enemy. However, Clumsy Giant has killed himself with his own flail. Knowing your superior skill with the weapon, you confidently remove the spectacular flail from the fallen giant. It's +1 to attack, so it's kind of nice. We'll give that to Atlas as well. Now, I think F-Heroes 2 has actually made it to where if you get an artifact that is protected by an enemy, say a Titan or a Crusader, I actually think you can decide not to attack, which is not what I believe the original Heroes of Might and Magic 2 did. I believe that's a F-Heroes 2 thing. If you could always decide not to fight, somebody can tell me that in the comments, but I believe that was always the case. Heroes 2, you had to fight. F-Heroes 2, I think, allows you to choose. Alright, a few more things here. Cure was at the spell shack there. And that's a good one. That is a good one. That was the first time. We had a funny fight against all of the spell shrines last time in this scenario 3. Alright, so we're going to probably go up and get those dwarves. Yeah, some more dwarves for us. It's a good number across all of our heroes so far of dwarves. Get that archery range. Some elves now. Getting that halfway point of our week. Still got a good amount of gold. With a new day, we got Atlas. A question of, do we pick up the Mercury? No, but we do get the treasure chest, some experience. We definitely get luck. You do not want mysticism almost ever, even if you are a spell, you know, a wizard or a necromancer or a sorceress. You really, mysticism doesn't help out much. I suppose a knight or a barbarian in the early levels, you know, because you're only getting back the 1 or 2 spell points a day. I guess it could be helpful, but I can't see almost any other secondary skill you wouldn't prefer over it. I guess Eagle Eye, you know. So if you're a knight and barbarian, you get the worst roll in the world, and you get Eagle Eye and mysticism. I guess get mysticism. I guess that's the only way. All right, so we gave all of the creatures except for the regular dwarves to Atlas. Thinking about going up, getting those pikemen, and then just making some overall different decisions. Do we take out some halflings? Do we get some experience? Ariel, okay, it's like, I'm just curious about what we're seeing in the fog of war here, so it's like, well, let's keep making our way down. Okay, what are those orcs? What are they blocking? It's not a good artifact. We're not going to worry about that. Not going to find any archers. Well, I mean, not with just 23 sprites anyway. Alright, get some gold here from the water wheel. Okay, looks like it's just a gazebo. Anything else? No, just a gazebo. Make our way down. Ooh, see a good artifact there. It's a good shield. It's a +2 to attack and defense. Good shield. Yeah, this path's got me scared though. right? The path, it usually interconnects your castles. All right, mercenary camp there for Natasha, +1 to attack. But yeah, if our sorceress town here connects to the sorceress castle, well then we're going north to another castle, we're going south to another castle. Is that where one of the enemies are? We don't know. And so we're a little bit worried about that. But we're not even through the first week, so get Troyan up here first. Can't upgrade the archery range without the Stonehenge. Can't get the Stonehenge without the Mage Guild. And inside the Mage Guild, okay, Curse, Dispel Magic, Cure. These aren't terrible, but we don't have Magic Arrow, which is what we want. We need that one offensive spell. But we already had Cure at that one shrine, so even the one good spell we've gotten at a shrine is now it's kind of useless. Dispel Magic also kind of does what Cure does, although I guess you can also use it for the HP boost. And with another experience boost from a treasure chest, we have to decide between scouting and diplomacy. With your, I don't know, with your primary hero, it's just really tough. It's like, well, we already talked about diplomacy. It's like, do we get this? Scouting could be a little helpful, especially if we're kind of seeking out new lands. But look at how much of the map we've already got. We've already got about half the map. So I get the diplomacy, but you're going to see some weaknesses in diplomacy, even with this very next battle, which will be against the pikemen here in a moment. But we're going to go ahead and take Atlas up this way. Maybe I regret, maybe we should have done scouting, because we could have already seen what's over there to our right a little bit more. But all the way, expert diplomacy by the end, maybe it will help us, so we'll try. We have Troyan move up to see what's at the spell shack shrine. And Atlas goes a little bit further. We want to see what's defending and what else is in this little corner here. With the shield artifact, there's nothing defending the gold. I says, okay, what is that? Is it a spear? Is that like a pikeman? Kind of looks a little bit like the end of a pike. I gotta know, because then if it is, we can come down and definitely take that shield. Ooh, it's more Grand Elves. Don't know if we're going to take those, although they could join us. We'll have Grand Elves by the time we come down here with Atlas, if we do that. So, interesting choice to be made. Natasha to come back down. Do we go around? Do we go straight to the castle? Go by the gazebo. See what's in the spell shrine. Few resources. Okay, not so good. Freeman's Foundry. So it helps us with upgrading golems, if you were a wizard, or swordsman and pikemen, if you were a knight. So it doesn't help us with dwarves or anything like that for sorceress. So I guess if in the event that you're not a sorceress, for like how, again, you would have, I mean, maybe that town's also a sorceress, but does this town always go with whatever castle you choose? So is it a knight if you're a knight? Is it a wizard if you're a wizard? Questions for this scenario. But if it's always sorceress, maybe that's intentional to try to help you to upgrade your dwarves, since you can always have Dwarves Alliance if you went that route. All right, so we're going to get our Stonehenge. I know I'm talking a lot, but again, I'm recording this after the fact, so just give you some extra kind of insight on what I was thinking as well as my play. And the ways that you could take this if you were to do so. So I'll go ahead and give away here the regular dwarves to Atlas. Put the goblins ahead. It's because there's a slightly larger number. And I'm kind of more willing to sacrifice them than the dwarves. So we see the potential to take on 6 of the 21 pikemen, but for 4,200 gold, it's just too much. But saying no, it makes you attack them. And with that, we're going to lose some of our creatures, which I'd rather have not done. I think I would have rather just had them flee. Although, again, pikemen, ground-based, take this attack. Okay, do you get the experience? 335. I mean, it's something. So, all right. Well, we're going to see if we can get back and save some of these creatures, right? All right, so the veteran pikemen are going to be fast, so they're going to run the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, go up so they can hit the goblins if we don't move them. So let's move the sprites. Got to at least move the goblins 1. Can't reach there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here. I'm going to skip the rest with moving the dwarves up 1. I forget that the pikemen could get there, but didn't die. Okay, good. So 7 hit points left. Maybe we don't lose even a regular dwarf. Don't have any spells. Goblins. Alright. Do we move forward? No, we're going to skip one more time. Take a step out for the battle dwarves, 1 back for the regulars. Okay, go up here for the sprites. Could kill all 5. Gonna need a good roll here. Do we do it? Shoot from or hit from below? Question. So I'm trying to get the least amount of losses as possible. So these regular pikemen attack the battle dwarves. So we have an attack question about the goblins now. So if we go there or here, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to be attacked by these other pikemen. So do we do the 1? The 4 is going to be able to hit us. So we're just going to have to make a good decision. We take them out. Those pikemen can't reach the sprites or anyone else. So the battle dwarves, we can move forward and hit these pikemen. It's like, what if we go to this side? So overall, with your strategy here, and again, you can use the hex boxes like I have available, it's a question of, do you utilize your time to maximize your attacking ability as well as your, to minimize your losses? And in the end, we lost only just 1 regular dwarf. We see logistics, absolutely. Leadership's great too. We would be fine with that, but logistics is going to be where we go. And we're going to wait here to get Natasha to give Atlas the rest. Do we go to the gazebo? No, we'll go ahead and give him off. And then we could use the arrow, leaving this right behind. Now, once again, we're left with a diplomacy issue. We don't want to spend the money to get them. If we had been smart, we would have put the sprites into their, like we would have taken 1, or we'd done like half sprites and separated them off. And we could have defended this much easier. Because these are shooters. I'll explain this a little bit more in a second, but we could have done better than losing. Well, what you see are the losses there, and they're the set losses. It is impossible to not lose the 13 sprites and 5 goblins. So we would have been able to work this better. So again, if you split the sprites off, even just for a single turn, so a stack of 1, for instance, goes a long way. Maybe a stack of, 10 or half of the 41s, did 20 and 20 or something. So we knock those out immediately. We're protected from the second stack of halflings, which after we move these will attack. They're knocked out. We're going to have 3 unstoppable hits, which take out some goblins and then some sprites. I'm going to go ahead and just auto combat here. Then we're going to knock them out. We weren't going to be able to hit any other halflings. So essentially, we would have been able to stop all but, I think, 1 or maybe 2 halfling shots. We'd have lost a couple sprites, but not the amount we lost, and no goblins would have been lost. And that was just not saving beforehand, not thinking about the splitting of the sprites. That's just what happens. Anyway, so free gold mine. So definitely come into this bottom left corner. I'm going to see what's in this witch's hut. might go ahead and grab the treasure chest because we may not come down here with Atlas. We might, but we may not. By then, not important. Troyan's going to grab these goods, these resources, and then head northeast to uncover these. Well, I guess Natasha's doing that, but then Troyan might as well. What do we do with Troyan here? Maybe snake down into the dirt path, yeah, into the to get the rest of those resources. Yep, the wood and the ore. Make our way down. Maybe get the next week's amount of goblins. Yep, that's right. Maybe sprites. It won't be a lot, but it'll be something. Restack from the few losses we got from the halflings. All right, and then Atlas will be at the castle long enough to where we should be able to upgrade both of these, but then maybe also get the Crystal Garden to upgrade, get a few more sprites on the week. I convinced myself that this is a good idea. I honestly probably should have just upgraded the Stonehenge and archery range, but I get the Crystal Garden because it is the week's end, and the production makes more sense than. Oh, and here we are with a new week. Unlike a new month where you'll have the creatures pop up all over the map, this is still where, if you were a warlock castle, you would get the benefit of having a +5 to red dragons. If you had black dragons, you would still see that plus because the red then affects the black dragons as the increase, I believe. I'm almost certain. But if you had just green dragons, it would not help with that increase. And also, of course, if you have no warlocks, it just does nothing for you. But that's how these can work. You can get weeks that are just of the squirrel, of the possum, and is really just random. But you can also get them the weeks where it'll increase some sort of creature from one of the actual factions. In this case, the red dragon. So there you go. So Troyan's going to get the water wheel, or sorry, the windmill. I'm going to go ahead and look into here. It's a big one, but we're going to go ahead and get the gold anyway, because it's only going to benefit us. Pathfinding. Get the scouting artifact, that'll be good. Natasha. Again, we're just going to see what's up here. There's something defending. Skeletons. Is there any other way to get past them? Maybe? No, it doesn't look like I can get past them that way. So no addition to spell power. We'll go up there the next day. Atlas makes it to the castle. Again, not much movement left because we had the very slow dwarves. We're going to go ahead and upgrade them. Heavy price, but well worth it. Look at that number. It's 112. The upgrade of the druids, and then we'll get the elves the next day. Which there's some benefit to that. Oh, right. So the artifact is there right now. But if we get the spellbook, which we will, it'll force the artifact to move over one, and the spellbook is automatically put in our first spot. I mentioned this in the last scenario, because we can move the other artifacts, we can't move a spellbook. So F Heroes 2 forces it into that first spot, so it looks nice and neat whenever you want to move the rest of the stuff around. So we have 2 weeks worth of all of our creatures, essentially, and that's great, but we do run out of gold, despite the fact that we had a lot of gold running into it. The good thing we got the 2,000 gold down in the with Ariel, honestly. Whew. And we got the gold mine. Yeah. So we're going to stay here, putting our non-very fast creatures, because our Greater Druid is very fast, and that'll give us the maximum amount of movement points for our next day, which is where we'll get our Grand Elves as well. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. I'm very proud of you, and I hope you had a wonderful day. I don't know what that was. That was just me having fun. Oh, man. There's going to be somebody who's from Ireland, and they're going to be mad at that terrible accent. Anyway, hey, everyone. Have a good day. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. I just want Heroes of Might and Magic 2 with the F Heroes 2 engine to get out there and get some love. And I hope you enjoy my breakdown of Roland's. I almost said Romans. Roman Reigns. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Hey, any wrestling fans out there? I just kind of gave away my take. Who's your favorite? You know what? If I got any cross reference there, if there's any wrestling fans out there, who's your favorite wrestlers in WWE? Right? Favorite for a couple favorite guys, favorite girls. I'm really digging Lyra Valkyrie right now. She's pretty cool, and I've always been a Finn Balor fan. It's like I'm taking in all the Irish, right? I'll kick your teeth down your throat. They always like to. That was one thing Finn always said in the Smiley days. I don't know. Judgment Day. It's Alter Bridge. Anybody in Alter Bridge fans? I'm rambling. What am I doing? I'm closing out this video. Okay, Heroes of Might and Magic 2 with the F-Heroes 2 engine. You share, like, and all that stuff. And subscribe to me. I'm John at ABCrazy9. Have a wonderful day. Yeah. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.